Alright, it's been a minute since we made any videos, but we're back to making videos. We're at the PRI Show. We're playing in the snow. Alright, hope y'all enjoy.
Here we go, on the road. We started in North Carolina, heading to PRI in Indianapolis. We are trucking through Virginia. It's not snowing yet, but there is a lot of nice snow to look at as we roll into the first tunnel that goes right through the mountain. They hogged out the whole mountain and cut this tunnel in there, so that way you ain't got to go up and over. You just go right through the middle of it. Ain't that convenient? Check it out. As we come out of the first tunnel, there is mountains on both sides of the interstate as far as you can see. They're really nice to look at, but we really ain't got time to be stopping right now to check out the mountains. We're on the way to PRI, so we're gonna keep hammering down. We're gonna roll into the next tunnel here. As we come out of the second tunnel, we roll straight into West Virginia. As we get into West Virginia, it starts raining. But as we go through West Virginia, we realize that West Virginia has some amazing bridges. Like, they are really just works of art. But they are really overkill for whatever reason. Like, there's a whole bunch of really big, extravagant bridges in West Virginia, but they're just going over a little river, so I don't know why they're so massive, but they are cool to look at. Right about here is where we find out that Indiana is not the place to be unless you're going to PRI. Check out this Mickey Mouse little sign to let you know that you're in Indiana. Everybody else has got these nice big signs. Not here. They got this little Mickey Mouse thing. It's starting to snow pretty good at this point of our drive, as we realize that the roads in Indiana suck. I've drove cars in foreign countries that the roads were better than this place. There is potholes big enough to knock the wheel off the truck. Now that we've made it to PRI, we've got to work on my videoing skills, cause we have figured out that I be videoing the floor most of the time. But we're going to give you a good walkthrough anyway of a couple good clips. Here's the ARP booth. They've got about every kind of bolt and nut and fastener for any kind of application you could ever want. Now we're at the Circle D converters. They've got converters on point right there. They've got a whole bunch of them there for you to look at, and they'll tell you anything you want to know about a torque converter. Now we're rolling into the ATM carburetors. They have a carburetor for every application you could ever think of. From street car to race car to alcohol motor, it don't matter. They'll fix you up with a carburetor. Here is this really cool rail car that the woman was trying to figure out how to get that thing in the building. This guy right here, we met this guy here. He does a YouTube channel too, and he is a really cool guy. We talked to him for a long time. He does a lot of gasser stuff. He said he's going to come down North Carolina and hang out with some of the gasser stuff this year down here. So I'm going to leave a little thing here for y'all to check out his YouTube channel. It's Loud and Ugly Garage. Check him out. He was a cool guy. Look at this clean 4-door Nova 2. This thing is nice all the way around. And it's resale red. Y'all know I'm a sucker for resale red. And they got this cool table. Check this table out. Walking on through the Quick Performance booth, they have Alex Taylor's drag and drive car. This is the car that they do drag and drive events like Sick Week and Hot Rod Power Tour and other drag and drive events like that. This thing is stupid fast. These Tycon people right here, they've got tubing for days. They've got all kinds of tubing. They've got plugs for you to do your black purging when you're TIG welding. They even gave us these really cool markers for metal fabrication. Next, we're rolling right on into the BTR booth. These guys have it going on. They've got intakes, they've got fuel rails, they've got valve covers, they've got camshafts, they've got valve springs, they've got trunnion kits. They've got a lot of cool stuff on display. Y'all know I'm a BTR guy. I got some BTR camshafts. I have no idea what kind of IndyCar looking car this is. It kind of looks like an IndyCar, but it's kind of small. But it was really cool. It had some kind of fancy turbo motor in. And it just looked like a cool, odd IndyCar. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. Moving right along to this cool looking motor. This goes in what appears to be probably like a cool pulling tractor or something, but it has got this massive turbo. Look at this size of the cone on this thing. I could put my head in it. It was huge. And this sweet custom manifold and a whole bunch of polish. This thing was nice. Here we are at the Aeromotive booth. They've got drop-in fuel pumps, they've got race pumps, they've got big pumps, they've got little pumps, they've got pump controllers. Aeromotive sells a lot of cool fuel pump stuff. Here's this sweet leaf blower. I don't think it's technically a leaf blower, but I was trying to get the wife to get it for me for Christmas for a leaf blower. Couldn't y'all see me blowing leaves with this hot rod? Look at this thing. Moving right along, we get to this sweet turbo LS square body Chevrolet. Y'all know I'm a square body Chevrolet guy and an LS guy, and I like a turbo. This thing was nice. It looks like it may have bumped the wall once or twice, but hey, that don't matter. That'll buff out. Check it out. Then right beside it is a sweet all-wheel drive Honda setup with K-Series in it. Y'all know, the OG guys will know. We used to be Honda guys back in the day. We still got a Honda. We might have to get it out sometime. Here's the old man's garage. This was a really nice car. And on Friday, I actually got to talk to him. He's a pretty cool guy. But they've put a lot of work into this car. I mean, like hours and hours and a pile of money. But this thing is nice. Like, there's nothing on this thing that hadn't been touched. If y'all watch his channel, this was his mom and dad's car that he has restored back to original as he remembers it when he was a little kid. I mean, they have just put a lot of work into this. It was in the milling booth. And y'all know we run all milling oil pumps and all LS builds that we do. Check out the old milling sign. I really want to get me one of those. I don't know if you can buy one of these old signs, but I want one. Right on in to this sweet Lincoln Continental. Y'all know I'm not a Ford guy, but I would definitely drive one of these. And it doesn't hurt that this one's got a sweet 10 twin turbo LS in it. Y'all know we're LS people. Just saying. And this was a convertible four-door. This thing is nice. Then we get up here to James's budget build race car that they did on Cletus's channel. They called it the Baby Shark. It was in the Nitrous Express booth beside Zach's turboed LS side by side that he does burnouts with. Then moving on to the Rotson, it was in the wire care booth and Mike Finnegan was there. They were working on rewiring this thing in the wire care booth. And he was there doing meet and greets and stuff like that. We didn't get to talk to him because he was a pretty popular guy. Like, there was always 50, 100 billion people in line to talk to this guy. So this fat kid don't stand in lines very long, so we didn't get to talk to him. Then we stopped to buy the Race Tech seats. Got the wife to try out some of these fancy Race Tech seats. She tried out 2 or 3 of them, and later on we tried out the Kirky ones too, but she liked the Race Tech ones more fancy. They were more comfortable. But they're really nice seats. Coming into the Hart's Charger booth, these guys ain't messing around. They're making it happen. Then right beside it is the Steve Morris's Drag and Drive station wagon with the sweet painted up wood grain. This thing was nice. This is a really fast drag and drive car. It's a fully built Pro Mod with a station wagon body stuck on top of it. How can you not like it? walking right on by the sweet turboed El Camino in the Racetronics booth. Y'all know we like Racetronics. I've got the Racetronics hot wire kit. I had it on Clifford when it was turboed, and I've got the flex fuel kit for the dually from Racetronics. Then we seen this sweet old school vintage looking Toyota pickup truck. It was like a full blown race truck. This thing had cantilever suspension. It had full race interior. It had a sweet little turbo motor in it. Then, moving into the Stainless Works booth, they had a cool vintage old school looking booth. This thing was just cool all around. It didn't matter what it was. It just had a vintage vibe. They had this cool little brake area that you could like check out. And I mean, like every piece of it was just old school vintage. Then we seen the CVF people. They had a lot of engine bracket arrangements and some sweet hood hinges. I'd like to have some of these polished hood hinges, I ain't gonna lie. Then we see the Matco rail car hanging from the ceiling. Check it out. Well, that's pretty much gonna be all we got time for in this episode. I'm gonna continue to work on my filming career, but I have more coming soon.
Well, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this episode of the PRI Show. And there will be another episode of PRI Show for day 2 and day 3. It's got the Nitrous Express Christmas tree shootout. Check that out as soon as I get that edited. But that's going to do it this time. In case y'all haven't noticed, there's a whole bunch of snow here on the ground, and it says that feels like negative 19 here. And I don't know about y'all, but this fat kid does not like the cold, so we are going home. Thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for everybody that likes and subscribes and supports. And we were blessed and able to go to